Welcome back to the FSL Wild Rift Open 2, presented by Intel and supported by Yahoo. We're here for the second game of the day, where we have NXP Nexplay Tempest going up against NXG NextGen Stars.
And we just saw Nexplay with another textbook game, I would say, from them. Vi jungle, Vi hanging out at bot, Chabi popping off. Again, what can next gen do? Also interesting to note that next gen is actually a new team, unlike Nextplay. I think this is their first time competing in FSL, so it's quite impressive that they have made it all the way to this round, and they have to face the defending champions.
Yeah, that's right. They made it to the semifinals of the upper brackets, where they then proceeded to lose to EVOS Savage Girls. So they came pretty far in the upper bracket. Now we're going to take a look at, well, the entire bracket. You can see that on the other side of the lower bracket, that Space Gamer Calyx took a game off okay. And so they move on to the next round, where they face off against the V Gaming Ladies. Meanwhile, right now, Nextplay Tempest, in the previous round we saw, took the game over Team AA. Now they're going to go off against the Next Gen Stars, and the winners of these two matches will face off in the next one. And then the winner of that will go up against EVOS Savage Girl in the lower bracket finals. And then finally, the grand finals at 3 p.m., where the winner of everything will go up against Dr. Hellcats.
Looking forward to see how these teams will evolve. So far, what they tried against Nextplay in the last game, they tried some scaling. Right, you have some AoE team fights, and even though Team AA managed to land a lot of these crowd controls, the problem with that is that all their champions needed items. So yes, they executed well, but they just didn't have enough damage to finish off Nextplay. Nextplay has been really good in terms of balancing the champions, balancing their team comp. They've also been really good in execution. They showed very good macro. The moment they got the dragon, they went to Herald, and then from Herald, they pressured mid, and then their side laner also absorbed a lot of pressure. So again, next step, new team, new round. What will they do against Nextplay?
That's right. We've seen just how well Nextplay can kite back. We've seen how well Nextplay can go in. So really, it is again another tall order here for Next Gen Stars, but of course, they made it very far as well in the upper bracket, so they must have been doing something right for sure.
Yeah, we are going to be loading into the game soon. I'm still waiting for that Jungle Fizz draft.
Oh yes,
It's patch 2.3. He does 200% to the monsters in the jungle. And from what I heard from the players, he has been doing pretty well, I think. Definitely a decent clear speed, and even more so if you think about it, Nextplay, all they do is protect Chavi, right? And who is very difficult to protect against for your ADC? It is that Assassin Fizz.
that's true. It is the Assassin Fizz that is S plus right now in the jungle tier list, next scoundrels patch tier list. And we are now in the draft, and Nextplay have already secured the Galio.
And well, instead of Galio Camille, we might be seeing Galio Jarvan. So not falling back onto the Vi anymore. Is this gonna be something new? Oh, just as I say that.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, they're teasing us for now. It looks like.
And same thing, it is gonna be another Enchanter support in Janna, which we have seen Gia play yesterday.
Yeah. So Gia does really well in the Janna. I believe it was banned in the previous game, and that's the reason why she had to pick up the Lulu instead. Over on the side of Next Gen Stars, they do manage to find themselves the Ziggs as well as the Garen.
If they do lock in the Xin Zhao here, that will be very interesting because we didn't see him have much impact on the games yesterday. So the thing about Xin Zhao is that he can sweep opponents away, he can disrupt a team fight, but he has to watch out for Galio's ultimate. The key thing here for Nextplay, again, they have such good layering of CC and they have so much potential to kite back. So what I really wanted to see rather some sort of assassin, but next gen going to be drafting a very standard team composition. If they do go with Ezreal Sona, it means that they are going to sack bot. So we expect the jungler to focus more on mid and maybe even the top side of the map because it's Garen.
Yeah, and really, now that you mention it, I do see a lack of assassins in general in the tournament so far. Really, only we've seen Akali, and that's about it. Really.
Teams do have options like Rengar in the jungle or Fizz in the jungle, but so far, standard team compositions, a lot of them want to play front to back, especially Nextplay. With this team comp, it's honestly nothing new, and I think it benefits them because if they have to play through so many rounds, the opponents in the upper brackets are looking at them and they are seeing, what are they good at, what champions are they picking, what strategies are they doing, and they have been doing a very good job of hiding all of this.
That's right, just sending Chubby on the same Tristana, sending Angel on the same Vi. Ray as well on the Gallia with Hellgirl on a split pusher. Seems very textbook. Very nice corky butts as well as we head on to the Wild Rift.
Yeah, some of the spells, like if we can count the number of barriers, pretty standard so far. Think the keystones as well is what we expect.
Yeah, that's right. I can see that both teams with more respect as well with the triple barriers on all their laners except for the supports there. Both junglers starting in the top side of the... starting at the red buff.
By starting at red means she will be pathing towards top, and Xin Zhao has a chance here. He will be pathing towards bot, so whether he manages to burn the flash of Chubby or burn a summoner spell, that could present an opportunity for NextGen to shut down that bot lane.
Oh my goodness, that right there, that's not what you want. Wow! Gia with the knockup once again right there. You'll never see a Janna as good as Gia, I swear. She's insane.
Yeah. She hit the tornado in the bush, which is why NextGen were just not prepared for that. And Ezreal at level 1, level 2, you don't really expect him to have Arcane Shift either. And they were immediately knocked up. If you look at some of the spells, Sona also did not use a single one, so
nice.
Advantage to Nextplay.
So squishy in the early game, really, that I myself was not prepared for that. I was like, oh, okay, knock up lands, and then I realized that, oh my goodness, Chubby is doing ridiculous amounts of damage. And now Angel is chilling out in the top lane right now. Hellgirl has started to engage, and Luna is forced to flash, forced to bury as well. That's the summoner spells from the top lane. Oh, Gia getting jumped on. Chubby as well, able to jump away. One more bomb though. 4 people are sent down to the bottom lane. It's still not enough to take down this insane duo lane.
The idea was there. You have to commend NextGen on doing that because they know that they have to shut down bot lane. So instead of just sending their jungler, they got the priority in mid on Ziggs, pushed out the minions and then rotated to bot. But very unfortunate, just one more auto and one more bomb would have taken off Gia.
Yeah, that's right. But one of the other things that Chubby didn't even use her summoner spells. All she needed to do was just rocket jump away. Tristana can be played so safely in that regard that she still has both her barrier and her flash if anything goes sour in the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Angel.
So even though NextGen also perished in the early levels, the Soda was down, but they still have their summoner spells. It's not a gone lane, it's not like they can't flash or they can't barrier and heal. And I think everyone now is just gonna look towards that level 5.
Yep, that's right. Most of the players on each team have level 5, only the supports don't just yet. Hellgirl and Luna have been going at it in the top lane. But here we see Xin Zhao sneaking into the jungle there just to get an idea of what camps are available.
They are being very proactive, so NextGen stars recognizing that they cannot just sit back and scale. And they also drafted Ezreal Sona at bot, so they are getting some protection there. Sona can heal him, he can also arcane shift out. Whereas the rest of the map, you can see Xin Zhao poking his head, trying to find opportunities, but so far, not yet.
Yeah, that's right. Nextplay Tempest are the first ones to the dragon. The early bird gets the scuttle crab. For now, NextGen stars are still taking their camps and trying to get a little bit more experience before the dragon fight.
Ziggs is the first one to hit level 7, followed by Ray Ray. That Infernal Bomb could do a lot of damage.
You see that Luna actually has rotated down, but Hellgirl just is gonna continue pushing in this top lane right now and does have a wave for herself that is moving up. So there's a lot of pressure there as well.
So NextGen has the numbers advantage around Dragon. It looks like they will be starting it up. However, there are no wards over the pit.
Ward is finally placed down right now. Nextplay Dragon is underway. 2,000 health. Luna's trying to do some zoning, but Angel's already in the pit. Will the smite come down? It's gonna be NextGen that secure this one, but let's see how the fight will play out. Luna is the first one to fall. Angel drops as well. The Galio Hero's entrance there used defensively onto Chabi. And Nextplay do not pick up the dragon. They pick up one kill, but they pick up this top lane turret as well.
Yeah, well played by NextGen, recognizing they had the man advantage. Of course, this early in the game, Camille doesn't have teleport, which is why Garen had to hang around at bot. Even though they didn't ward over the wall, but they had enough information to know that all of Nextplay were clumped up towards the bot lane. So I think it was very well played. They secured the first dragon, they were proactive, and they recognized that Nextplay were taking a fight where it was 4v5. So for Nextplay, they just could have been more defensive about it. They could have just given it up, but I think they wanted to try. They wanted to see what they can do. They do have a challenger dual lane who is ahead. Chabi with that Infinity Edge right here, way ahead of her opponent, right? Ezreal needs time to scale. He only just got a Maramune. Not going to be doing too much just yet.
I think that was very worth for Nextplay though, because they managed to score Chabi a kill as well. It was a 1-for-1 and a dragon exchanged for the top lane turret, which opens up pressure for this Rift Herald take right now, which they have started.
NextGen is already there as well. They just have to be aware of the crowd control coming up. And just as I say that, the tornado hits 4 people.
Yeah, but you can see Hellgirl as well has already passed up while Luna is still in the bot lane. So now Hellgirl is going to draw some pressure off. And Nextplay Tempest might try to catch someone. Xin Zhao's in trouble.
Garen is pushing bot alone without any contest. So this is a flip from what we saw at Dragon. Nextplay here with the man advantage. I think NextGen, yeah, just back off. Don't need to sacrifice anything.
Yeah. Oh my goodness, Chabi just going straight in with the rocket jump there. Meanwhile, look at how people that bot lane is. Then back to the fight at mid. That true shot barrage there. It's going through and dealing a fair amount of damage. Nextplay forcing them back.
The Xin Zhao just overstepped a little bit, almost got caught out, but it's okay. You have Sona, you have shields, you have heals, and Garen managed to take that bot lane. So NextGen keeping this very competitive.
That's right, NextGen are about 2,000 gold down, but they're always able to trade something with their opponents. They don't let Nextplay get away with things for free. Whether it's a dragon for a turret or a turret for the Rift Herald, they're always there to reply something at the very least and keep themselves able to scale.
Something different from a team that plays against Nextplay. A lot of them tend to try and fail, but so far, NextGen has been keeping it close, as you mentioned. I think it's also the fact that they have Sona for the heals and shields, and we cannot count out that sustain. So Nextplay were unable to burst anyone down, even though they caught out Xin Zhao. And oh,
yeah, Angel's gonna be able to take this crab away thanks to a little help from Ray Ray. I believe the dragon is spawning in 30 seconds.
Yeah. So that's why Baron laners are back at top again, trying to shove that out. Meanwhile, the duo laners are back in the dragon lane. Setting this up, they have to get prio. Ezreal might go back to complete the second item. See what
Yep.
he buys.
You see the resets
Yep,
coming now.
it's the fist.
Yep, that's right. It is the fist. Yes, and
Fist.
Ziggs as well has gone back, picked up an Oblivion Orb for himself. Nextplay are going to drop that Rift Herald mid to try to gain some pressure so they can go and ward the river, or maybe just start up that dragon. That Chabi already throwing the bomb onto it. As we see NextGen walking in. The dragon is about 3,000 right now, and Nextplay have conceded it for now at least. Device trying to go in. Will she land the smite? Yes, it's able to take down that Cloud Dragon, and a beautiful knockup as well from the Galio. Where is Chabi? Chabi is free hitting from the back. Guardian Angel already going down on Xin Zhao right there, but Galio without a Guardian Angel immediately falls. Here comes Helgo from the flank, just gonna tear through her opponents. Chabi is low right now, but she has the protection of her team. Jumping in, Chu Pao flashing away, but Chabi flashing straight back. Hellgirl as well, taking a triple kill for herself with a beautiful flank, and that's gonna be an ace for Nextplay.
That was like a few seconds where you see Helgo walk all the way from base, and you're like, this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. Our next player gonna turn this around. And she just went over the wall and took NextGen by surprise. I think they recognized that they had more people there around the dragon pit, but they didn't realize that Helga rather was on her way all the way from base, and she just cleaned up all those low health bars.
Yeah, that's right. She really swept through all those people right there, helping her team win that fight, and really now able to open up the game more for Nextplay Tempest now that they've taken out all of the outer turrets as well.
And Nextplay just do this, they're so good at kiting back. NextGen could not jump on them. Janna was there for the reset. Her ultimate Monsoon gave back Nextplay a second life, which is why they bought a lot of time for Hellgirl to group up with them. They just look so comfortable playing this team composition, which for some reason teams keep giving them, right? There's no change. The Vi is still there, Chabi on the Tristana.
Oh boy, Ziggs stepping a little too far forward right there, and no support from the rest of her team. He's actually trying to deal with Hellgirl right now. They've sent Shu Pao down to help Luna out a little. And all Hellgirl needs to do is just hook shot away. That means the Nextplay can just start up this Baron for free, because it looks like the only contest is going to come from Ezreal and Xin Zhao, who aren't really much of a threat at the moment because Gia has the ability to zone them. True Shot Barrage is going to come out. Can Xin Zhao steal this one? The answer is no. Ray just going over the wall. Ezreal dropping so low. He's just taking down the Winds of War. Will clean that kill up. Shu Pao as well finding herself in the wrong spot in the map. Going down to Nextplay.
Zaza from NextGen. They sent Sona to try and kick the Baron laner, but Camille just manages to hookshot out. She's too elusive. And then by the time they gathered at Baron, they were out of position. Sona basically walked into 4 people.
Yeah, that's absolute disaster right now for NextGen. As you can see, Hellgirl just gonna clean up another kill right there. The Mega Inferno Bomb isn't gonna be enough. The Liandry's is ticking down, but I don't think that's enough right there. Nextplay continuing to pressure the entire map.
We are seeing something different from Nextplay. It was a change in game plan. Even though they had the same champions, Vi did not path bot in the early game. She actually pathed towards top side. And it's also partly because Nextplay managed to get that first blood on Sona, and at the same time, Sona Ezreal is very defensive. They have shields, they have heals. It's a little bit harder for them to gank and tower dive. So despite that, and despite losing the first dragon because of this, they managed to secure the Herald, and again, they used Herald in order to secure the second dragon instead.
Yeah, that's right. Now the dragon is gonna be spawning. Once again, it's gonna be the third dragon, a mountain dragon. Nextplay with the Baron buff have the advantage against this one. They're gonna be pushing out that bottom lane while waiting for this dragon to spawn. Of course, at this point now, Chabi is already 6-0 and 4, has 4 completed items compared to the Ezreal, who has 2.5. So, in fact, she's nearly got double of the Ezreal's goal right now, which is looking pretty rough right now for NextGen. Look at Chabi just able to walk forward to the Garen. It's really not every day that you see these kind of things right now. Luna taking a whole bunch of damage. Chabi not able to find damage to take him down just yet though. Angel is gonna secure that kill. And in the back, Hellgirl just jumping onto the Ziggs right there. The back line of NextGen are in complete shambles, and everyone in fact is in complete shambles. The only person that's left alive is Chupao. Meanwhile, Hellgirl there just chilling in the base, waiting for this poor Sona to come back. Ray Ray right now, they're gonna be able to dive this one. The taunt does not land. I think they might be in a little bit of a spot there. But okay. Yeah, I don't have anything to say about that.
They bought time. They bought time for Chabi to take 2 towers at base. How about that?
Yeah, sure. This is what we mean by they're drawing pressure around the map.
Yes.
Around the map being in the enemy
In the
base.
enemy space itself. Sona only has an Archangel staff.
Yeah.
So, but she managed to get that because she got 2 kills.
Okay,
I don't
hold
think
on.
it
This
really matters.
right there may not be very good for Nextplay. They only have 3 people against the 5. Wait, what was that ultimate there from Sona? That was very sad right there. Now Luna's taking a bit too much damage. Gonna blow up from that Tristana explosive charge. And even in the 3v5, Nextplay are able to kite back and take a kill.
Yeah, this is what we expected. It is a 60k to 40k. Is that 20,000 gold lead? Is that probably the biggest that we've seen so far?
Yep, that's right. The Baron has spawned, and hey, this lead by balloon even more right now. In Nextplay, secure this Baron.
Do they really need Baron though to close this game? Probably not.
You need it to increase the gold lead more.
Ah,
what
yes.
Xin Zhao gonna face check this one. Gia, a higher level, can he get in? No, the buster shot right there from Chabi saying, hey, doesn't matter, you don't need a smite, I'm just gonna help you out right now. Shu Pao as well, caught in a weird spot there, the crescendo being used, but really not providing too much. Gia and Angel coming around. Gia flashing forward for the Zephyr. Hellgirl unable to land enough damage onto Shu Pao and jumping a little far forward. He's forced the back away, but here comes Chabi. That monster of a Tristana right there, just firing over the wall. She's gonna rocket jump straight over, lands the explosive charge onto the Garen. Can't she find any more damage? Wow! That one hit there took the Sona out from about half health. Chabi gonna jump in as well, land another auto attack onto the Ziggs, flashing forward just to intimidate her opponents right there. Nextplay are gonna move on to the lower bracket semi-finals right there. They take down the NextGen stars.
Congratulations to Nextplay once again. Wow, another textbook team composition. But yet, you see some adaptation from Nextplay. It wasn't just Vi hovering around bot. This time around, Hellgirl 6-1 and 2. I think she's the one who stood out a lot this game. And she got the chance to shine, which is not something that we saw in the previous times that we watched Nextplay.
Absolutely. Hellgirl is like this rock that Chabi and Gia can play off. But hey, in this round, she really did absolutely pop off right there, showcasing the ability of Camille, really her knowledge of the matchup into the Garen. And hey, poor Garen, look at the items right there, the Thorn Mail, the Sunfire, and the Warden's Mail as well. Building armor doesn't really help too much against Camille, my friend. She does a lot of true damage.
And looking at the damage, Chabi's still at the top, of course. And as you said, this game was also a lot of kiting back from Nextplay, even though they were 4v5 or even 3v5. They are just so good at peeling back for Chabi. And Gia on this Janna, she knows exactly when to cast that Monsoon. She does it such that it doesn't blow anyone away that you don't want to. And just the coordination from Nextplay is so good.
Absolutely, Nextplay are really playing as a unit. They really work off each other really well. They absolutely deserve this victory, and I'm so excited to see them in the next round.
And taking stock, what have teams done against them? So Team AA tried to go for a good Warmo combo with Rakan and Wukong, but the problem is that their carries needed to scale up, right? Even though they executed well, but they just didn't have enough damage. And in this game here, the stars, NextGen stars, we saw them switch it up with Xin Zhao. And you can see that the jungler was really trying to find opportunities for her team. But the problem is, if you sack bot, if you say that, okay, Ezreal Soda, you are self-sustaining, we're going to leave you alone, Xin Chao is going to try and snowball Ziggs as well as Garrett, then don't draft things like Ziggs and Garrett. You
Yeah.
need to draft something that is more proactive, that can work in that 2v2 with Xin Chao.
That's right. This team composition that they drafted was a triple tier comp, which is the kind of the epitome of scaling, really. So fortunately for next gen, they're not gonna make it to the next round. Nexplay Tempest. When we come back after this short break, they're gonna be going off against Space Gamer Calyx in the, I believe this is the semifinals for the lower brackets, and the winner of that will go up against EVOS Savage Girl in the match after. Stay tuned, it's gonna be super exciting. You do not want to miss it.